TIFU by drinking peanut butter. Quick statement, this isn't my account, but you/the Gem Scout is a close friend of mine, and since I don't use Reddit I figure someone should get the karma, if you guys happen to enjoy my pain. Also, this was about a week ago, not today sadly. So let's preface this. There's an episode of 2.5 Men where Jake melts a jar of peanut butter into liquid, then he offers Charlie some. So I'm at my friend's house, let's call the friend Mason, and we're watching reruns of the show. We see that fateful scene and Mason thinks it'd be a good idea to dare me to drink peanut butter. Two things before we proceed. 1. Our dares are intense, but we never refuse them. 2. While it's apparently weird, I despise peanut butter, not that I'm allergic or anything, but I really hate the stuff. Knowing that refusing the dare is not an option, or else I'm going to get pranked to no end over it, I decide we should just get it over with now. So my friend hands me the tallest coffee mug he owns and says get to scooping while he laughs in my face. Once he's made me fill the cup with peanut butter, he puts it in the microwave for like 30 seconds and then motions for me to get the cup before it hardens. Here's where my fuck up begins. I drink coffee often, so I'm not very careful about it being hot, and assume it's much cooler than my typical coffee as I heat that up for about 2 minutes or more before I drink it. 1 minute is nothing to me, and seeing as I'm not trying to taste this disgusting flavor of nutty origin, I try to slam it down as fast as possible. Actually the biggest mistake of my life, as not only does peanut butter heat up much faster than a typical liquid, it's very thick and insanely sticky. It was like Satan came in my mouth, but it was stuck there and I couldn't get it out. My friend is still laughing his cheesecake of, and I'm screaming at the top of my lungs as it goes further into my throat and I begin choking on the molten cheesecake liquid itself. At this level I'm thinking I'm choking on lava, and I really hope I don't die because of the one time I eat peanut butter. In my suffering I finally stammer out, "Take me to the ER," and his face immediately changed. I go for the milk we have in the fridge so I can walk out the door, but lucky me, we have not one drop of milk, nor any other liquid other than banana A1 sauce. So I grab the sprayer in the kitchen sink and start blasting it in my mouth so as to mitigate the damage, but I can already tell that I've got some pretty severe burns. Flash forward to the hospital, and thanks to my idiocy I have second-degree burns all over my mouth and throat, and after almost a week, I'm still in constant pain. I can't taste anything except pain. I have burns on and around my tongue, my gums, the roof of my mouth, my throat, and can barely sleep due to the intensity of the pain. FML, and coconut peanut butter. Never drink it, or you'll end up like me. TL, doctor, got dared to drink melted peanut butter. Slammed it down to avoid taste. Hot peanut butter is basically napalm, and hot PB plus mouth equals second-degree burns. Jesus Christ. Basically salt water and a banana ton of ibuprofen. I was told to avoid ice at all costs because it can stick to the burn and rip skin. Obviously I'm not touching ice because zucchini that. Edit, am now alternating Tylenol and ibuprofen thanks to you guys suggesting I don't murder my kidneys. You folks, I have second degree on my hand right now. I can't imagine what it's like in your mouth, made me cringe. I burned my tongue on my coffee this morning. I can't imagine that zucchini time x50 all down my throat. Get better soon, ops friend. Next time stick a finger in it first. This is also a good life pro tip for coconut, swimming, and owning a horse. Instructions unclear, got kicked by the horse. Real talk, you're lucky you didn't drink something cold to follow, as you could have sloughed off the inner layer of your mucous membrane, similar to how you can boil a tomato and run it under cold water to shock the skin off. I've watched people rush to get extreme burns under cold water, oil/grease and sugar, only to watch their skin essentially deglove the epidermis, and worse. Lol banana. What's the best response in that situation then? Run it under room temperature water? That sounds like a pretty nutty thing to do. Please don't hurt me. That was not funny. TIFU by trying to make myself last longer during cheesecake. This happened earlier this week and I'm still processing it. Also, throw away because I don't want my grandkids to find this one day. My longtime girlfriend had just completed her time of the month, and we were ready to engage in some heated sexual activity. We're both going through rather busy times in our life right now, so button-up doesn't come as often as it should, but enough to fulfill our needs. Now, the past few weeks I've been doing my GFD homework for one of her online classes. Because of this, she realized she owed me and decided to pay me by way of sexual favors. Unethical? Maybe, but I'm not complaining. So, she begins to initiate foreplay and start to enjoy one of the better cheesecake of my life. She does her thing for a while and I stop her a few times before I hit her with that high fructose zucchini syrup. After edging a few times, I decide to return the favor and go down on here. I do my thing, she does hers, and now back to me. Well, by this time we're about an hour in and she starts to get tired. I finally comply with her and prepare to unleash my homemade protein shake. However, because I have delayed the inevitable for so long, she is taking breaks every few licks of the Tootsie Pop. The next 4 events happen all simultaneously. I let my lover know it's time, she comes up for a breather, my Johnson flops down on my stomach, I'm on my back, and I treat myself to a very salty cheesecake colada. It was everywhere. A catastrophic and life-changing event. Nor should you, ever take those coconut compilations for granted. Those girls are troopers. TL, Doctor, I was edging during oral with my girlfriend. She got tired and took a break. I climaxed all over my face. Edit, man y'all are wild. Thanks for the platinum, gold, and silver. Happy holidays, may snow fall on all of your faces. That's why you never aim a gun at something you're not willing to shoot, lol. Nor should you, ever take those banana compilations for granted. Those girls are troopers. Wise words from a battle-wounded warrior, lol. Friendly fire is never friendly. Bruh, silver. I'm gonna be broke Mr. T for a comment on a self-facial. Life is magical. Edit 2, Reddit rules dictate I thank the power of the gold giver. So, thanks. 5 more golds and a hardy tan and I am basically the real Mr. E, which works cause I pity the fool. Edit 3, I have to do the 3rd edit for Platinum Alamau. Thanks Platinum Guy, you're the coconut. Ice on my fingers and my toes and I'm a Taurus. If you've never jizzed on your own face you're basically still a virgin. I'm just wondering what kind of mental state you have to be in to think your grandkids might find your Reddit post one day. Deleted. TIFU by ripping my coconut open. The following events transpired yesterday. Spent last night in A&E, on hardly any sleep and some pretty strong painkillers, so apologies for any mistakes here. Me and my girlfriend are trying to lose weight, and so for the past few months we have been eating super clean. Salads, quinoa, lean meats, etc. Very few carbs. Lost some weight, gained some muscle from working out too. Very happy with our progress. Because we had been so disciplined and it was my birthday, we decided to treat ourselves to our previously weekly treat of takeout. Huge pizza, fries, and nachos each. I know, hence why we needed to lose weight, washed down with soda. We went to bed feeling very full and happy, if a little guilty. I awoke a few hours later with intense stomach cramps. I could feel a ball of pizza nacho fries forming in the pit of my stomach and could tell it was not going to be pretty coming out. I waited till morning to go to the bathroom, small apartment, light sleeper GF, and as soon as I sat down on the crapper and pushed, I felt the most intense pain in my coconut sphincter, like it was being pulled apart from every angle. My girlfriend, who I had woken up by screaming, was now banging on the bathroom door thinking I was being murdered. Worst part was that I couldn't exactly pinch this bad boy off, as the seal had been broken and my pincher was now severely compromised. So I pushed through the pain, and could feel the ripping worsen with each push as this dry, fibrous monster made its way out of my zucchini. After about 25 5 minutes I had birthed the hell snake. I only wish I had taken a photo, as this thing was a sight to behold. A painful car journey and 3-hour wait later, the doctor said I had the worst cheesecake fishes he had ever seen. Apparently the turd was so fat and hard it had literally ripped my zucchini open in multiple places. Sitting is agony, they itch and burn like hell, and I can feel a second boulder pushing its way into my lower intestine. For all you shickos, dimensions, difficult to say. Closer to Randy's first record attempt than I would be comfortable disclosing. Currix, I don't know, I forgot to contact the European Fecal Standards team for verification. I would say more than 1, less than 4. Color, dark. Drink a lot of coffee. Texture, like a sock filled with broken marbles. TL, doctor avoided bad food for months. Gorged on pizza and nachos, gave birth to a baby-sized turd that ripped my coconut cavity open on its way out, resulting in the worst coconut fishes my doctor had ever seen. AMA. Edit, I'm sorry Reddit, I didn't take a photo. I wish I did. I wish I could go back in time and fix this. Wait, no I don't. I don't want this to turn into a Reddit fable where my compromised pincher is being spread between the dark corners of the web for the rest of time, so no, I will not be squatting over a mirror and taking a picture of my cheesecake. Sorry. Also love my girlfriend too much to ask her to get in there with a camera. There's no use in two people being traumatized by this. For all those sending get well messages and asking for updates, thank you sincerely. My girlfriend got over her anxiety and collected a cornucopia of stool softeners, numbing sprays, ice packs, and everything else imaginable. Thank you all for the advice. She and the chemist shared a laugh when she showed her the story. How nice. I can feel a second boulder pushing its way into my lower intestine. Winter is coming. Pick up some numbing spray. You should be able to find it at your local drugstore if you're in the US. Total TMI, but it helped a lot after I gave birth to my daughter. I'll spare you the details. Feel better soon. Thanks. I did get some sort of cream from the doctor. I'll have to check if it has a numbing agent in. Nurse in a GI unit, lube for the impending doom. Osmotic laxative like Miralax, pulls water into the bowels to soften stool, which is what you want instead of a stimulant laxative like Senna. Squatty potty or equivalent to align the exit path. Squirt bottle, wet wipes, and numbing spray for the aftermath. If you still have pain and bleeding after a couple days or get a fever, see a doctor. Holy cheesecake. Had a cheesecake like this once. I cried because I couldn't get it out and it went back up my butt every time it breached my coconut. It felt like reverse zucchini. I wanted to go to the hospital so they could pull it out of my cheesecake because I couldn't push. I even put on a pair of gloves to see if I could pull it out. I started crying more because I couldn't find the zucchini. I had to suck it up and use Google for help. So, I drank a gallon of water, stooped on my toilet, took a deep breath and gave birth to a massive bloody cheesecake. I felt relieved and violated all at once. I didn't even want to sit down after because it was painful. As a woman, I am now terrified of actual childbirth and I feel your pain, dude. Side note, don't hold your cheesecake in for 12+ hours. Definitely don't get super drunk without drinking water and then eat IHOP buttermilk pancakes after holding your zucchini in. WTF.